Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Hello there. How are you this morning? How are you? It's that time. You already know what time it is. It's 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. And it's time for 9 for 9 with me, her, Pastor Carzadine. Listen, this morning, mending fences, making amends, getting back together. Um, hmm doing some resolve, some resolution. Hey, guess what? We're going to talk about that this morning. But before I tune out for a split second, I want to ask you if you would to tag someone, if you would, like and share. And I'll be right back. We're going to talk about that thing, mending fences. Hey there, I told you I'd be right back. Good morning. Good morning this morning. Wow, it's a good time of the year for me. I love the fall. I do. It's one of the seasons I favor, more so than winter, okay? But anyway, during this time, during the fall time, the harvest time, time to reap some things that you've sown, okay? We want to talk this morning about how do we work on that harvest? How do we make sure that crop is ready? And so let's talk about mending fences. And we're talking about the crop of us people, okay? We're talking about relationships. We're talking about those things that are good for us and good to us. So we're going to talk about mending fences this morning. When we think about mending fences, we think about, there's a hole in the fence, there's a board missing if you've got the wooded privacy fences. Oh, those privacy fences as well. Maybe there's a snag in your wire fence, or the gate has come loose, that kind of thing, and you got to find somebody to fix that so that you don't. Those gates are made for a reason, and those fences are made. Guess what? We think they're sometimes made to keep stuff out, but sometimes it keeps stuff in as well. Okay, so we're talking about mending fences this morning. We're going to talk about making amends. Good morning this morning. I'm going to go ahead and give you some scripture. You already know that. Ephesians 4:2 says this right here. It says, be always humble, gentle, and patient. Show your love. Show your love by being tolerant with one another. Wow. That's something right there, isn't it? Be humble and gentle and patient. Show your love by being tolerant with one another. Don't get tired of me, okay? Because I mess up a little bit. Don't get sick and tired of me yet, okay? Give me a little time. Give me a chance. Give me an opportunity. But so many times we haven't been tolerant. So many times things have happened and have caused us to separate, and we break the fence. We cause some holes to be there. We cause some things to be, knocked down. Some of the boards get knocked down, and we don't know how to get it back together. We don't know how to fix it. We don't know how to fix it. Oh my goodness, we don't know how to fix it. And so we have to think about this, being patient and humble. And so when something has happened, that the fence is broken, and you had all that love on the inside, but something breaks, and so it begins to spill out, or something breaks in that relationship. You fell out with your bestie. That's when we start breaking some fences. We got to mend some things. We got to make amends, And we talk about making amends. Oh my goodness. Let's talk for a quick moment about making amends. And so we make amends, we're fixing the fences. We're mending the fences. We're fixing the things that, that went wrong. And so we look at what caused the break in the fence anyway. Was it a storm that crashed a tree on top of it? Were you that storm that fell on it? Did you say something wrong that came out wrong that caused that, that break in the fence? Or did the other person do it? But when we talk about that, we have to think about this. When we talk about making amends, we talk about coming back together. And sometimes we have hurt people. Oh, I'm not going to talk about us getting hurt right now, but we have hurt people. And so because we have hurt people, we need to be the one to be humble enough, gentle enough, and tolerant enough, even of ourselves, to make the amend, to mend the fence. We have to put our pride down because, he doesn't like prideful people, okay? We have to be able to make amends. It means to make atonement, okay? It means to make up for. It means to pay the price for. And because you messed up, you made the mistake, guess what? You got to pay the price. Guess what? You got to be the person to say, hey, let me go in my pocket and pull out what needs to be pulled out to fix this. Are y'all with me this morning? Am I making sense? Talking about mending fences, making amends. Let me give you another scripture, Ephesians 4:32. Those are hard to remember, 4:2 and 4:32. Instead, be kind and tenderhearted to one another. Instead of keeping that hole in the fence, instead of keeping that breakup, that thing that fell apart, it says be kind and tenderhearted to one another and forgive people. Come on, one another. And so I know I was talking to us who have done the hurt, but what about us who have been hurt? That thing goes two ways. Tenderhearted to one another and forgive one another. Guess what it says? As God has forgiven you through Christ. So now you want forgiveness. You got to give forgiveness. And forgiveness is the beginning of mending those fences. Sometimes God has to put us in some situations and so much love has to flow and so much has to come on us that makes us feel better about who we are even to cause us. He'll put us in situations and circumstances when we look around, all those people that we've fallen out with, we've hurt, they've hurt us. Guess what? God will put them in one place and cause some things to happen. And when the love of God just comes forth, guess what? Those fences begin to mend. But sometimes we've got to take action because guess what? Faith without works is what? DEAD, dead. Sometimes we've got to be proactive in making sure it happens, okay? So mending fences, let me say good morning to a couple of people this morning, okay? While we're here. Hey, Sister Pam, God bless you. Any fences that need to be mended, Sister Pam, I need you to mend them. Forgive, okay? Be tolerant. Sister Jolene, I see you. Forgive. Okay, be tolerant of each other because guess what? The same way you want people to be tolerant with you, you got to be tolerant with others, okay? Somebody took a misstep and they may not even have realized the impact that they made on you. And it may have come across negative. It may have come out negative, but you've got to be ever so ready to say, hey, let me go back. Let me fix this. Oh my goodness. Hey, my sister cousin Cheryl, God bless you, woman of God, for being here this morning with us. I see my pastor, Pastor Paul. Thank you. Hey, I just want to take a moment and say good morning. Oh, I see my adopted daughter, my spiritual child. She adopted me, Leslie Carter. I haven't seen you. I miss you. But listen, let's make amends, people, because guess what? When you make amends, when that fence is put back together, when that hole in that fence is repaired, when that board is put back in place, then it seems to work a little better. When that board is put back in place, that fell off, that was knocked off, however it came down, whatever happened to break it, now that it's mended, it works so much better. When something is broken, it doesn't function like it's supposed to. Now the fence can do what? It can keep in love and keep out hate. Oh, there you go. Because those fences are made to keep something on the outside and something on the inside. So we want to keep the goodness on the inside. Keep out the foolishness, okay? Let it go. Okay, your feelings were hurt. My feelings were hurt too. Let's get past it. Let's get over it. Let's mend fences this morning, people. Y'all know my time is up, okay? This is my 9 for 9. This is our conversational praises time. And so we're going to give God praise, okay, for the fences that are going to be mended today, henceforth and forevermore, okay? We're going to begin to mend fences. We're going to be the big people in God. We're going to be the big, I'm going to be the big person about it. Okay? I'm not going to be the prideful person who shuts down. But listen, I want to get past this. And it's okay. I know sometimes those fences are broken and we don't want to mend them because we think there's still hurt that's coming through. Your hurt will be okay. And your hurt will heal faster and better if you go ahead and mend those fences. Make it right, okay? Hey, I never say life is too short. I say it's what God gives us, but we don't know how much time He is going to give us. So go ahead and mend the fences, make it right. I love you guys. Hey, good to see you this morning. I gotta go, but y'all know before I go, wow. While I'm trying to talk about mending my fences, hey, Natasha, oh my goodness, I had to peep down a moment, y'all. Oh my goodness, I see one of my classmates. Luana, thank God for you. Good to see you. Listen, I'm going to go for real. I'm going to go though, but y'all know before I go, and I'm going to tell y'all about this cup of positivity this morning. This is a peach detox tea. Sometimes we got to take some things to cleanse us and to take some things out. Okay? So we move all the rubbish out before we mend the fence, and then everything that's left inside is good. God bless you. Go get yourself a cup of positivity. I'll see you next time.